Hey guys, how are you? It's Brendan Miller here from Maple Immigration. Okay, so it's Saturday, February 13th, and I was sitting in my office just doing some stuff here today, and I had a consultation with a fine gentleman who were speaking about different things. And yeah, guess what? I got a notification that we had an express entry draw. So a few strange things about the express entry draw. First thing is it was done on a Saturday, right? When usually they're done on a Wednesday and they're generally done every 2 weeks, et cetera, et cetera. Now with COVID, it's really kind of upset the apple cart with that. Today is monumental. Monumental. Why is it monumental? The score and the numbers. So I'm not going to say any more about that. I'm actually going to show you. All right, so let's dive into this because I got lots to say about it. So first off, it started off with an announcement. All right, I'll make it a little bigger so you can see it here. Thousands of skilled workers in Canada invited to stay permanently. All right, as we confront the pandemic second wave and chart a course for recovery. Okay, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna get into that. Here's what's important. Okay, here's what's important. 27,300 people were invited. 27,300 people. In actual fact, it was 27,332 people. But that is the biggest draw ever. Biggest draw ever. Okay. Now, these people were invited under the Canadian Experience class, which, as you know, are people that have 1 year, which, as you may or may not know, have 1 year of skilled work experience in Canada, okay, within the last 3. So presumably there's somebody here who's on a work permit or somebody here who's a student, et cetera, et cetera. So generally they're in Canada and most of the people are here. It's still possible to be outside of Canada, but you need to have 1 year of Canadian work experience within the last 3. Let's dive into this a little more. So in this announcement, what they said is that there was all of these people under the express entry pool. Most notably, 90% of the CEC candidates are already living in Canada. Why would they do this? Well, I can tell you why they would do this. Basically, if you're in Canada, there's no travel restrictions. They can actually process this. And remember, the government has set these priorities and targets for immigration, and they need to bring people in because really we can scroll down a little bit and see what the rest of the announcement says. Again, I'm not, a lot of these things are fluffed up, right? But basically what it says is that, everybody agrees that immigration is good for Canada. We know this. And the reason that we know this is because it is a big driver for the economy. There's a lot of people that come here. We need more people to be able to have the economy functioning. It's all about the economy, right? So why is this important? Well, they can process people effectively that are inside of the country. That's the first thing. Secondly, it supports the student market or people that are coming here to work. They're already settled in because presumably they're already working and they have a job. So there's less money that the government's going to have to spend to be able to have them integrate and get sorted out with settlement services, et cetera, et cetera. And we've gotten around all the travel restrictions because presumably they're here, so they don't have to deal with the borders and airlines and expiring confirmations of permanent residence and all of these different things. Okay, so in actual fact, if you sit back and think about it, probably a pretty smart thing for the government to do. Because remember, they have targets and they came out in October. Immigration minister came out and said, we're going to invite record numbers. And everyone's like, where are you going to get the record numbers? Well, they're going to pull it from people that are here. So why is this important? It is important for a few reasons. And I'm going to show you what the draw looks like as well. Here's what the draw looks like. There's 27,332 people, and the lowest score was 75. I don't even know how that is even possible, but somebody who had that low score, it's great. And I'll tell you what, I've already had people, some of my clients that I have in there, they've been contacting me already today. Hey, I saw the news. Do I have an invitation? I'm like, no, don't have it yet, right? But you will, because it from my experience, it takes time for the system to be able to send out the invite. So they generally happen throughout the day. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of really happy people. So what to do? Let me give you a few other things to think about. So first off, we still have a lot of people that they have to invite and have to come here. So first off, they've added to their inventory. I don't know how this is going to affect the draws going forward for the next little bit, because the whole idea behind the express entry system is that they need to be able to control the volume of people that are coming, right? It's kind of like an on-off valve. So express entry, is there to mitigate the backlog. So that's the first thing. So I don't know when the next draw is going to be. What's more important and more interesting to me is below. So this was the points distribution on February 8th. And you can see all of these people in here. And they've brought down all of these guys in here. And it's all boom, boom, boom. So they've cleared out this inventory. They still have a number of people that they have to bring in. So where are they going to get these people? In my opinion, just knowing what I know from looking at the numbers and what's in there, they've pretty much cleared out a lot of the CEC applications. There's a lot of people that have been cleared out, right? So what does that mean? It means that they're going to have to draw that inventory from somewhere else. So, PMPs, again, those are subject to quotas and different things like that. FSWs, okay? Federal skilled workers. It can't be closed forever. I truly believe that they have to keep this program going, and they can't just kind of get rid of it. So, eventually when things start to clean out, the people that are going to be left in there are going to be the people that are going to be the higher level federal skilled workers. So that's one thing. So if you're thinking of coming to Canada and you're overseas, I still think don't worry about this news, because if you do the math on it, generally what they've been doing in good times is they're generally inviting about upwards of 10,000 people a month. And usually about 7 to 8 is what they've been inviting. Okay. So presumably if they're trying to control the inventory, they have 27,000 people. Not everybody's going to be able to get all their stuff taken care of in the time or whatever, but they do have provisions in place to be able to do that. Even if they stop the draws for a little bit, there's going to be a bit of a plateau or not people getting into the system. So it's going to be interesting to see what those numbers look like. Like down here, we've got 152,714. So we've cleared out 27,000 people, which has actually emptied the system quite a bit. All right. It's emptied it quite a bit because those numbers were sitting in the 140s. So again, we're down to record low numbers in express entry system. So let's see what happens. I think they're going to have to draw that either through the PMP programs, which again won't be that many because again, they're subject to quota. It's going to have to come from either federal skilled trades or federal skilled worker. I believe that it will most likely come from federal skilled workers. So this is a good opportunity. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Definitely, we're here to help. We do a lot of express entry, specifically Canadian Experience Class and Federal Skilled Worker. So if you have any questions, if you are lucky enough to get one of those invitations and you need some help, we can actually step in and help you with a lot of the documentation. And if you're thinking of coming from overseas right now, I think this would be a good time because quite frankly, I really believe that they're going to have to continue to pull people from overseas because they have to keep the program going. And now that they've cleared out this massive inventory, where are those people going to come from? It's going to drive these scores down. So we might actually see scores that we haven't seen in years in terms of how high they or how low they've gone. So it's interesting times. Again, monumental day. Surprising, and it's going to be amazing to see. I want to congratulate everybody as well. The 27,332 people that were selected. Congratulations to you. I know that you've worked really hard to get into that spot, and I know because I've had some clients that have just been sitting on the edge there, and they've been waiting. And there's one client in particular who's been sitting, and he's emailed me already. He's like, "Did you see the draw today?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I did." And I'm going to email him back and let him know that I haven't gotten his, his invite yet, but the system generally, it takes a bit of time for them to send out all that stuff. So again, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Maple Immigration Services. You can reach us online at mapleimmigration.ca. You can find us through Facebook, Facebook/Maple Immigration, or you can give us a shout. We're in Toronto, 647-748-8472. Hope everybody's staying safe. Look forward to speaking to you soon, guys. Take care. And again, congratulations.